Average Joe Project episode 5, I believe. It might be 5. It's gonna depend on how we release these, but let's just call it 5. It's been a while since I've been out in Kansas. It's been a while since our turkey hunt, and that was the last time we were here. A lot has changed. The winter wheat looks amazing, like way better than last year, and last year wasn't terrible. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that kind of comes out. And then I'm actually standing in the spot where I shot my turkey this year, and the grass is like thigh deep, I'll say, right here in this area. As you can see, we'll go over here. It's like waist deep. So a lot has changed. We've gotten some good rains, not a ton, just timely rains, like a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch for the last like 3, 4, 5 weeks. And man, this river grass, I don't even know what it's called, Brahm maybe, I'm not sure, has really came up. So, but I got a lot of work to do because of this grass. All of our cameras have basically been overtaken, and we trimmed and mowed the last time we were out here. Oh God, that scared the shit out of me, the feeder. Jesus. Main projects is bringing this brand new trimmer that I got and trimming around all the feeders and then also the trail cameras. They've been overtaken basically by the grass, getting set off with any of the wind. It's been a nightmare. Basically, we haven't had any, solid pictures, and we know the deer are gonna be putting on the antlers. Need to trim around where the mineral sites are. That's probably the next video that's getting released out. And I just wanna see what was hitting it. The other things that I have to do, I guess, this trip, and this is gonna be a quick trip, is I want to take some soil tests, and I got this little probe here. I picked both of these up, and I got 2 tests for 2 plots that I would like to put in this kind of late summer. I just want to do the soil test. I don't know what the soil tests are out here. The farmer didn't really know either, and I think they just kind of go with the flow, which is totally fine. So that's one of the things. Also, we have some water tanks that I'm gonna get filled. So this is just another bladder that I got off of Amazon, $100, maybe a little bit more. Basically fits in the bed of the truck. I think this one was like 200 gallons. And then I got some of the mineral for the mineral sites to replenish those. And then I got 2 analogic protein blocks that if I'm feeling froggy, I might try to cross the creek, and I might set them up in a couple different areas just to try to get at the corners of the property to see if we get any different deer hitting them, during this kind of growth period of time. So let's get to it. All right, made a quick work of that. So give you a little rundown. We got a lot going on this area, and I talked to you guys about the mineral site and why I wanted to make it movable is I do want to spread these out. So we have the feeder right here. We also have a water trough right here. And then the mineral site is over there. Personally, I think that might be a little bit too much going on here, but the water can get moved. Just pop it out of the ground, it's pretty easy. And the mineral, obviously, like I explained in the other video, it definitely can get moved. I wanna bring this out to an area that we have a tree stand, and then I gotta bring the trimmer because the river grass is gonna be at least this high. So it's gonna be a bit of a trek. It's probably I don't know, 500 yards, 400 yards that way. So looks like I'm gonna have to hoof it. Whoa. Good thing lifetime warranty on Numa stuff. You don't need to overcomplicate things, really. So, honestly, probably the best piece of equipment I have out here is a trimmer. So as you can see, I just trimmed this little pocket here, and put the camera right there. The reason I chose the camera there is the tree, yeah, it's gonna block for the solar, but that's not gonna be, I don't think I'm gonna have that many pictures on this, but I don't want any deer or raccoons or anybody to knock that over, which they do a lot. But also would love to point out that my dad would be very impressed. I actually did trim around the tree when I was growing up. I think that's the only thing he yelled at me about. Well, probably a bunch more, but he always yelled at me about not trimming around trees. But now look at me, I got my own trimmer and I'm trimming all over the place. So this will be pretty nice. I think this will be like a little staging area. I do think I'm gonna put a tree stand in back there on that big tree, a ladder stand or a hang on, whatever I can get in there. And this is just a little transition period or area. And the river is just right down there. So they were hitting this late season last year, and that's where we got the idea, or I got the idea to put this here. So we'll see if we get any pictures here. So basically, all I'm gonna do is go around to where I think the food plot is going to be, and I'm gonna zigzag across it, and I'm gonna take about 10 plugs, put them into the bucket, stir them all up, and then put them into the little test bags that they gave. And then that's what I'm gonna send. There's actually a specific amount, I'll have to look. But yeah, I'm gonna have plenty after 10 plugs. But that's what I'm gonna do. And basically, I can't do anything right now because it's still in winter wheat, and I don't want to because the farmer's gonna be harvesting this. And this is gonna be a lot of good organic matter that's gonna be left behind, as well as all the other nutrients that are put into this. But this is like the little hidey hole food plot. And when I say little, it's not little, it's about an acre. And if I go down around the bend, it turns into about 2.5 to 3 acres. And in the future, this is kind of a unused space with just grass that I probably could turn into the food plot as well. So I'm just gonna see how the soil is. It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a key point to just see what I can go grow, how much it's gonna cost to grow, how much fertilizer I'm gonna have to put into the ground. So I'll follow back up after I get these results back. I'm gonna try to get them sent in, you know, when I come back from my, my work trip coming up, but we will, we'll see. Let me get to digging. That was really simple. Like I said, I just kind of zigzagged around the field, kind of in the middle, towards the edge. And I'm actually really surprised at how hard and clay-like some of the soil was, because I thought it was just like beach sand because this area has flooded before. So, but it's super easy. So this is what it looks like. There's my little plug thing. That's about 10 samples. I went as deep as I could. I know they said, you know, between, I think it was 4 to 8 inches. I couldn't get down much further than about 4, maybe 6 in certain areas. Otherwise it got down to like really hard pan clay, but it wasn't rocky at all. And so yeah, we'll load this up into the, one of the test bags, and then I might bring it back to actually get the measurements correct on how much to send off to the laboratory, and then see, you know, see exactly what comes back, because I'm gonna be super excited to actually learn a little bit more about this farm and about the soil, and is it great or is it terrible? We'll see. All right, wrapping up the day. As you can see, looks like we might get a little bit of rain, which would be nice. We did get some sprinkles throughout the day that kind of wetted everything down. I think it is supposed to actually storm a little bit more, but checklist today: feeders somewhat filled, mowed around all the cameras, set 2 different spots with mineral or protein blocks, so that should be able to get some other deer moving. And then what else? Oh, the mineral, or excuse me, the soil samples. Those are gonna be huge. So I will touch base after that to kind of give you guys what it is. I did do the other plot that I'm thinking about doing, and man, it was night and day difference from down there to over on the west side, way sandier soil. But yeah, this is not the glamorous times. I can't be working on food plots. I can't be planting food plots. I gotta wait until the winter wheat comes out, and then I need to make a choice on where I'm gonna put them. And that soil test is gonna tell me a lot about what I'll need to add in to actually get something established this year or for a fall plot. So not sure what the next video is gonna be, but again, this is just any old guy that has some hunting ground and trying to make it better. So I might do some cameras, might put in a couple rubbing posts, maybe start even setting tree stands, or at least getting ready for that. But yeah, hang tight and I'll check you on the next video.